Okay, let's get this party started. We're gonna get right away into this. I'm not gonna dilly dally because I need to actually work on that Golden Sun one. There's a lot of things I actually need to change. So I'm gonna work on this for an hour, then we'll proceed and move on to Golden Sun from there. Okay, let's see. What I want to do this. So we talked about Mr. X yesterday. We're gonna talk about Daniella. No, we're gonna talk about Nemesis Type 2 today. Then yeah, we'll talk about Nemesis Type 2, then we'll move on into Daniella. Okay, Nemesis Type 2. Tentacle Nemesis. People that don't know. Alright, let's do a little build. We'll do a little build up. Okay, so what did I do with this? In the shadowed halls of Raccoon City Police Department, Mr. X relentlessly pursues his prey. Okay, we can do a little tiny build up with Nemesis. It's actually gonna take me off. Give me a second. People don't know how to properly actually to extend music. It's so weird. Give me a second. Oh, that's unfortunate. I actually wanted to bump to that for a while. We'll go with Code Veronica. Okay. I got something. And we're gonna be very specific because it's not that Nemesis, it's the other Nemesis. I miss this Nemesis so much. We had a lot of good times. Okay, elephant in the room. I did dabble with shorts just to see. It was more so as an experiment. I love experimenting on this channel to see what honestly would work and what would honestly not work. Shorts for this specific channel wouldn't work just because the way I write things. Like I feel shorts would kill the pacing of the narrative, especially since I love pacing. Like pacing has to be 100% good in my narratives that I write, and I feel like shorts just kills that. So yeah, I won't do shorts. And again, I always love experimenting on the channel just to see what would actually benefit the channel more. Because at the end of the day, this is still for funsies, but I still want this to be good. Like it still has to fit my standard of how I do things. Okay. And again, anyways, back to this. So we're not talking about Nemesis 1. We're talking about Tentacle Nemesis, Type 2. I'm using this one because I like the first Nemesis. That first Nemesis was pretty much I'll try to word this the right way. It was following orders, but this one, it's once it mutates, it's not just following orders. It actively wants to kill everything, including Carlos. So it becomes a different type of stalker because usually with stalkers, they're systematic when it comes to like their approach. It's like with using Michael Myers as an example again, it's a slow approach until he's the inevitability of your death. But with Nemesis Type 2, like he is stalking you, but he's being stupidly aggressive compared to like how Mr. X is with his slow approach as well with Daniella's unorthodox nature. So I need him as the outlier. Why do I use outlier? I need him as the contrast. And again, this video is not going to be done until I'm looking at a Saturday release for this, like probably Saturday afternoon, probably. Because I still haven't even done my section on I still haven't done my section on Michael Myers, the analysis of the specific scenes. So I haven't done that yet. So like this will definitely be done by Saturday. thing I like most about him is the fact of how, like, again, we're using Daniella as an orthodox, but how aggressive he was in this state was memorable. I'll never forget I'll never forget the moment he just busts down that door. I'm like, bro, he is not fucking around. Like this Nemesis, I like this guy's cool. This guy's cool. Sounds better here. I want this a little bit better because, yeah, he is no longer merely executing orders. Ah, fuck. Give me a second to think about this. Okay. There. Not to say that shooting rockets isn't like aggressive, but yeah, when he becomes once he becomes tentacle slash shirtless, yeah, all hell just breaks loose. My dogs. God. I'm just thinking. Well, what we could have had again. I don't. I'm totally indifferent when it comes to the remake, but what we could have had in a remake version of the Clock Tower, if only the what ifs. Okay, we could talk about we could do a little contrast between this Nemesis and Mr. X. Let's use a cute word. Even though I'm off, I'm always on duty. Hold on. I gotta read this again. In the shadow halls of the Raccoon City Police Department, Mr. X relentlessly pursues his prey. He is a hulking figure of bioengineered terror, an unfeeling enforcer programmed to eliminate all survivors. What makes Mr. X especially terrifying is his inevitability. Unlike many game enemies, he can't be permanently defeated until the conclusion. His slow, steady march creates an atmosphere of inescapable dread. Inescapable dread. Every creak of his footsteps a reminder that trauma is not something you simply outrun or forget. Psychologically, Mr. X represents the burden of relentless trauma. He embodies the pressure that weigh on the survivors' minds, especially Leon S. Kennedy. The sense that no matter how far you run, he will always catch up. His presence warps the player's environment itself, breaking the player's sense of safety and control. In the narrative and gameplay, he forces the player into a state of helplessness, reinforcing the theme that some horrors persist beyond comprehension or resistance. Okay. Uh. This is the biggest form of irony. He goes out of his way to try to kill her throughout the entirety of Resident Evil 3, and the Nemesis virus ends up saving Jill in Resident Evil 5. Well, pre-Resident Evil 5, the Ouroboros virus. There's some hilarious irony there. Okay, so Raccoon City is dying. Fire spread like the infection. Buildings collapse under the chaos, and every alleyway becomes a dead end. And through it all remains one thing. Remains one thing. Whoa. Remains one thing constant. And through it all, one thing remains constant. So I wrote that twice. Whoops. And through it all, one thing remains constant. The heavy, monstrous footsteps of a creature that will not stop, Nemesis. In Resident Evil 3, Nemesis doesn't just represent danger, it represents an obsession. A singular force tethered to Jill Valentine. Pursuing her was such a presence that makes it feel less like programming and more like fate. After sustaining a significant amount of damage, Nemesis undergoes a mutation into Nemesis Type 2. Oops. Always proofread. Nemesis undergoes a mutation to Nemesis Type 2, or commonly known as Tentacle Nemesis. This transformation is crucial, not just in gameplay, but in symbolism. Nemesis is no longer merely executing orders. It abandons its previous approach and adopts an aggressive new strategy. Now it actively seeks to destroy anyone who aids Jill, including Carlos. The implication is clear. Proximity to the target marks you for death. Jill's very existence becomes toxic to everyone around her, amplifying her isolation and desperation. Where Mr. X is a slow burn of pressure, Nemesis is a pure combustion. I can reword that a little bit better, but we'll keep it for now. When Mr. X is a slow burn of pressure, Nemesis is pure combustion. I like that though. I do like that. So, excuse me. When Mr. X is a slow burn of pressure, Nemesis is pure combustion. Its unpredictable burst, aggressive combat strategies, and grotesque mutations strip away any illusion of control. And no matter how far Jill runs, no matter how far she fights, Nemesis will always be stalking her. We could end that sentence better. Okay, let's. All right, I'm gonna be corny as fuck here. Just like Aku says in Samurai Jack, he was about to unleash an unspeakable evil upon the world. So I'm about to do some cringy shit. Ah, man, this sounds so stuffed. We're gonna read this right now. All right, we'll start off from the top and see how this sounds. Raccoon City is dying. Fire spread like the infection. Fire spread like the infection. Buildings collapse under the chaos, and every alleyway becomes a dead end. And through it all, one thing remains constant: the heavy, monstrous footsteps of a creature that will not stop. Nemesis. In Resident Evil 3, Nemesis doesn't just represent danger; it represents an obsession. A singular force tethered to Jill Valentine, pursuing her with such a presence that it feels less like programming and more like fate. After sustaining a significant amount of damage, Nemesis undergoes a mutation into Nemesis Type 2, or commonly known as Tentacle Nemesis. This transformation is crucial, not just in gameplay, but in symbolism. Nemesis is no longer merely executing orders. It abandons its previous approach and adopts an aggressive new strategy. Now it actively seeks to destroy anyone who aids Jill, including Carlos. The implication is clear. Proximity to the target marks you for death. Jill's very existence becomes toxic to everyone around her, amplifying her isolation and desperation. Where Mr. X is a slow burn of pressure, Nemesis is pure combustion. Oh god. Yeah, that's... I like it, but I might get some shit for that one. Its unpredictable bursts, aggressive combat strategies, and grotesque mutations strip away any illusion of control. And no matter how far Jill runs, no matter how far she fights, one thing becomes brutally clear. Nemesis is not just a hunter. It's a consequence made flesh, growing stronger, more hateful, and more inescapable with every breath she takes. Ugh. Nemesis is not just a hunter. It's a consequence made flesh, growing stronger, more hateful, and more inescapable with every breath she takes. Oh boy. Okay, we can start Daniella up. So we're at the 30-minute mark. I think we're making good progress. Daniella's good. Daniella's funny, but she's so unorthodox. Give me a moment. I actually have to think about this. Um. Okay, I think for now we'll write and we'll see how things look. She's she's most definitely the black sheep here, the dark horse. Because yeah, she is a stalker, but she's still actively trying to. She's doing very inexplicable things. She wants to do very inexplicable things to Fiona, which borders on the "holy fuck, this bitch is crazy" line. It's not even a matter of I want to kill the bitch. It's just I want to do other things. Okay. Embodiment. Yep. Okay. And it's not to say that it's not to take away from anything from all the other stalkers in Haunting Ground. It's just from from a character point of view, she is pretty complex. Not to like again, not to take away from anybody else, any other of the stalkers in that game. Yeah, she's pretty complex. It's like, oh god, the more I think about it, god damn it. What is up with horror and incest? Holy fuck. Alright, that's we're not gonna get into that one. But yeah, she's complex in comparison to her peers, in contrast to her peers actually. Okay. I want to write something, but I don't know how to word it right. Give me a moment. Okay. Uh, right. Spurs. She screams. All right, fuck you. Instead, that whispers instead of roars. Ooh, I can do this. Oh yeah, this will work. Breaks you not with violence, but okay. All right, let me read this. If Mr. X and Nemesis Type 2 are the embodiment of external trauma, Daniella from Haunting Ground is the horror that comes from within. The kind that whispers instead of roars and breaks you, not with violence, but with violation. Oh, yeah. Play Haunting Ground. Then you'll see. Holy shit. She's technically an homunculus, technically. Well, fuck. We'll call her a creation of alchemy. There we go. She is technically her. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Okay, we'll figure that out. Here we go again, me using grotesque. That's my favorite words to use, along with trauma. Don't want to write homunculus. I don't want to write that. Okay. There's so much I want to write, but I'm not going to write it because I don't want this to be a very graphic video. I know there's a lot of crazy ass implications and haunting around. A lot of kooky, crazy shit happens. I had a fun time playing. Gameplay was fine by Clock Tower standards, but holy fuck, when it comes to story, goddamn, that one line from Fiona's uncle, "Let me in that womb," or something along those lines, not verbatim, but I was like, holy shit, wow, this is getting kind of crazy here. Okay, let's loosely write this. Very loosely write this. Yeah, I'm writing this very loosely. It's up to the player the way they see it. Yes, it is emptiness. It is. But the big thing is envy. Definitely envy, all right. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to save it right here because I gotta take care of some shit before I do the goals and stuff. But this is good. Again, this video is not gonna be out until the weekend, so Saturday at the latest. I'll do some more of this tomorrow. I'll finish the Daniella section, move into my little bit with Michael Myers, draft the conclusion, and be on from there. So good shit. We'll just leave it at that. I'll see people tomorrow with this one. I'll be doing goals in a little bit. Other than that, we out. Take care. See y'all later. Bye bye.